This deck has termites.
We might fall through. That's rough.
Hi, and welcome to a special 6-episode season of Bathtub Bran, produced by Fall for Dance North for their 6th annual festival. I'm Bran, and this is Esie Mensah. Say hi.
Oh, bye. Bye.
No, hi.
It's Bathtub Bran.
Hey.
Hi.
Welcome to my titular show.
This is amazing.
Stop it right now.
Yes.
How are you?
You know, COVID. It's great.
How has quarantine been for you?
You know what? It's actually, oddly enough, it's actually been good.
Yeah?
Because I got into a relationship literally the week of COVID.
Wait, the partner you've been talking about is a new partner?
Yes, new partner.
Your Uber driver?
Yeah. He's gonna be so mad. It's fine. Baby, you're my Uber driver.
Loves you.
Love you. We've actually known each other for 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then we were like, we knew each other, and then we were never on each other's radar. And then we kind of inadvertently collaborated on a project that I was doing earlier this year with actually another artist named Giannelia. We actually shot just down the street, right where the waterworks is.
Oh, nice.
And then he was creating something for that shoot, and then there you go.
When did you move to Toronto?
I moved 13 years ago when I decided to pursue dance.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess it was like just before I turned 22.
What were you doing up until 22?
I was at McMaster University.
Ooh,
Yeah. I was doing women's studies and cultural studies.
Did you finish?
Nope. I left early.
Okay.
I quit school, basically, to then pursue my dream, you know?
Well, you're a success story, so.
Yeah. So, and it was like, I really love to dance. Maybe there's something that I can do with this.
Yeah.
And because I was already in university, I didn't want to go to York. I didn't want to go to Ryerson because I was like 4 years of school. And I was like, and I don't really know if I want to do this. So I ended up going to George Brown College. They have a commercial dance program there. So it was just a year program. And I was like, if I do this year and I suck, then I'm out.
Yeah.
And if I do this year and maybe it could work, then maybe it might turn into something. And 13 years later.
How did it end?
Yeah. Well, I'm here. I was like,
you've made it. Congratulations.
Yeah. It's like, yay.
So wild.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at my manicure and realize I've never had one. Have you thought of like finishing your degree or like who cares?
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I actually have thought about it as like going back. I'm skeptical about schooling, but maybe because of this whole like race war stuff and like thinking black people are important, it might be a good time for like, you know, for schools to like properly advise and give support to black people and black artists and educators that want to kind of codify their work in a different way.
Do you find that the support wasn't there before when you were there?
From what I've heard from other people, some of the Canadian institutions are not very good. They're not very good at it. I'm curious in terms of like by the time I get to that point where I want to do my master's, because I'd probably be in dance, and I'd probably want to fuse dance and cultural studies. I was doing my undergrad as a double major in cultural studies and women's studies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lumberjacks cutting wood.
I was like that lovely chainsaw again.
As your agent, I just have to apologize. Like I am embarrassed.
It's fine.
Oh my god.
You know, there's variables.
Don't quit me.
we can't factor in these things. But if it happens again.
Yeah.
You know?
Chopping block.
Yeah.
And what does your career look like in 10 years? Because you've had an interesting career, I think. Oddly successful. Not oddly successful, but well, anyways. You've done some great things with some great people.
Yeah, it's I for a long time, just because of like the nature of the business and everything, I had tunnel vision. So once I started to really create my own style of dance, that's when I just was like, okay, how does this become more of a thing? What do I need to do? How can I start to make my name, essentially? Because before that, it just was like the industry's hard. It's just like it's hard, it's unforgiving. Once I started to kind of feel like I was making it.
When did that happen for you? I'm pointing a lot at you, but it's only because I can't touch
like...
you. Knock, knock.
Excuse me.
I need some answers.
I know, I'm coming. It's stress.
What was the question? Like, who cares?
No, it was when did I feel like
that you were successful?
Yeah. To be 1000% honest.
I mean, I expect nothing less, Esie Mensah.
2018.
What happened in 2018?
What happened that year? I did my productions. It just seemed to be a really big turnaround year. I choreographed and danced for this kid, Francesco Yates. We opened up for Justin Timberlake.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I know. Who's that?
Up and comer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wish him well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, but he had like this massive tour. You know, it was like kind of like a big deal. But like we did like the Toronto dates and the Montreal dates, and it was like a year that I was like, oh, my name seems to be like floating around in places. So I would say like 2018 and then last year was like the first 2 years that I was like, oh, you've actually done a lot. It was just the flow of work, the flow of opportunities started to shift. Because I think for me, it's like as an artist, as a dancer, as a creator, I just felt like I had to work so much harder than everybody else just to be seen. Well, because I'm dark-skinned. You know, I'm dark-skinned, I'm skinny, I'm not your typical black woman shape. So it's just like all of that stuff was really starting to tax and get to me, and I felt like I had to prove something. I felt like it was like...
To yourself or to others?
Both.
Okay. I like this pointing thing we're doing.
I know.
Keep it up.
Like,
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about shades.
Shades. Oh, that sucks.
Every journey begins with a footstep.
Or an umbrella falling. You know,
Oh my
whatever
God.
works. Whatever comes first.
If an umbrella falls in the woods.
Who's there to hear it?
Yeah. Turns out these bozos.
So Shades actually came... the beginnings of it came in 2016.
Okay.
And it was just like trying to figure out like how do you put a show that's talking about shadeism on stage, which at that time I really had no idea how to do it. I almost didn't do the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was too hard. It was like the biggest form of creative block, because I just was like, I don't know what to do. I feel so stuck in this topic. My girlfriend came in and she was just like, she just helped, my friend Shamika Blake, she kind of just helped frame things a little bit, and then I kind of just went in and I polished and then finished choreographing, and then that was a 2016 piece.
Did you coin the term shadeism?
No. I wish.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But it was Alice Walker, the woman that wrote The Color Purple.
The Color Purple, Alice Walker, yeah.
So she was the one that coined the term. Well, she coined it colorism, but...
In that book?
Technically, it speaks about it a little bit.
I mean, I've read it,
but she was the first person that actually like coined the term.
Oh.
And that's how we get to know it. At least get to name it, because I'm like we've known it for so long.
Right.
No one's actually named it, but she was the first person to name it.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, I wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm so.
I would have
excited.
quit on the spot
If I wasn't there.
if you weren't here.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'd do anything for you.
I'm like, okay, as a side note, Bran used to take my classes. Like, that's when we first met.
Yeah, in a heels class.
Yes.
I had whiplash for like a week afterwards.
That's not a very good thing to say. I was like, that means I'm not a very good teacher.
No, you're a great teacher. It was just like a little hair whipping. I don't have hair, so I had to overcompensate by whipping my whole head.
Gotcha. That part.
Great times.
It was.
I would consider doing it again. Oh my God. I'm okay.
Are you sure?
No. Going back to dance for a second. You're a dancer.
Yeah.
Choreographer.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Model.
Yeah.
Actress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can't you do?
Not much. I'll go on record and say it.
I'm perfect.
It feels like not much, because like I want to get into directing.
Films?
Films and stage plays too. Like stage, well, because it's like I direct my own work.
Assassins.
Yes.
Well, wow.
You know,
Stagey.
But then at the same time, it's just like choreography is really directing. So
yes.
And that's the one thing I recognize in working in theater so much. It's just like watching directors, and I was like, you're just figuring out the chess pieces and the dance of, okay, you're gonna move here on this line, and I need you to be in here for this, and you're gonna move over here. So essentially it's a lot of choreography, and that's why one of my mentors, Philip Aiken, he was like, well, that's one of the reasons why a lot of great directors are dancers or choreographers, you know?
What is the clip we're going to see now?
So the clip you're going to see is Zeyo. So Zeyo was the
different
other piece.
piece entirely.
Different piece, yeah.
Okay.
So Ona, which is me. With
their pronouns.
Well.
Or not she, her pronouns.
I I didn't know whether or not that character would be either male or female.
Okay.
And so I wanted the freedom.
Even though
for
it was you.
myself, even though it was me.
Interesting.
Because originally when I created the first version of it in 2018, when I was choreographing it, it was actually a man that was supposed to play me.
Cool.
And then, you know, when you have to tell your own story because you're talking about your own life,
Yeah.
you kind of have to just like throw that out the window
Right.
and step into it. So it ended up kind of just being a story about just somebody in search of their destiny. And it's also like the piece that really shows my Afrofusion choreography. Because Shades you don't see it as much in Shades because Shades is a theater dance piece and Zeyo is a dance theater piece. There's so much movement in it. And I just was like, you know, how often do we get a chance to see something like Afrofusion movement on a stage, like on a theater stage? It never happens.
No.
So I kind of just wanted to kind of bring that essence, the funk, the energy of what's happening now within Africa, and I just wanted to put it on as a stage show, but with a message and with a storyline to it.
Roll the clip.
Woohoo!
Should we perform our dance?
Yes.
Do you think you're going to use this choreography in a show going forward? Because I want to give you my blessing, obviously. You don't have to answer me, but think about it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to think for a while. You never know. You just never know.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if you use it, invite me or something.
I will.
Okay.
For sure. I will give you a shout out.
Oh my god, I love that.
will definitely give you a shout out.
Oh my god.
Oh. Bye.
Were we that boring? Esie Mensah, define dance for me.
It's a feeling. It's a connection. It's a feeling and a connection. I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And do you have any advice to like young dancers?
Find your voice.
Yeah.
You know, find your voice. Figure out who you are. And you know, as you move through institutions and stuff like that, don't forget who you are. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any last words? Any final last words?
Enjoy the Fall for Dance Festival this year. It's going to be awesome. And so big love to the team and to everybody. And thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bathtub Bran.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Bathtub Bran.
Oh my god.
It's so epic.
You're a joy.
It's so epic.
Oh my god. Do you want to move in?
Sure.
Okay.
Awesome.
This is for sure not a birch.
It's also like the moss that's over here too.
I think it's lichen.
Oh.
I don't know. Moss grows on the north side of the tree. I know that.
Oh.
That could be a lie too. Sometimes I wake up and I think I know things.
Environmentalist. So I was like, okay.
Just call me David Suzuki in this hat.